Welcome to the channel. My name is OHLEEN and today I'm bringing you an update on the ZIGGY cup. The ZIGGY cup we've been using for the last 3 months and we have been loving it. And I'm not just saying that, honestly, in comparison to the NIXIT, because it's the only similar product I've used that I can compare with, I feel like I actually prefer the ZIGGY cup, and I'm going to explain why. That's the whole point of the video. So thank you so much for clicking on it. I hope you're good. First of all, if you do not know, or I mean, if you clicked on this video, you probably know, but so if you're doing research, so what's out there in terms of alternatives from pads and tampons are reusable cups, menstrual cups or menstrual discs. There are reusable tampons and there are reusable pads, but it gets a bit messy. I think that's probably why people don't really explore that too much, but if you do, big up to you. Anyway, so on to the cups. So I started on the journey of alternatives. I started with the organic cup, and then I went to the salt cup, and then I went to the salt soft cup, and then I went to the NIXIT disc. The cups, not for me. I've done videos on why that didn't work for me, but if you want to check that out, you can do. But basically, yeah, been there. I use them. I still have them. I don't think I'll ever touch those things again. I can't. It was just it was a lot of work for me to get it in and out, and I can't. The NIXIT disc was a game changer. I was like, oh my gosh, where have I been? Amazing. And I did the comparison. I talked about that as well, so check that out. And now I'm on the ZIGGY cup. So the ZIGGY cup, honestly, it has little differences that make a difference, and this is what we're going to talk about. So first of all, first impressions, I mean, it's just this standard cup. It is cheaper than the NIXIT. I don't know why, because I feel like the unboxing, the packaging, the marketing is very similar, but yeah, that's what it is. So the ZIGGY cup is cheaper than the NIXIT. At least the last time I bought mine was £45. The ZIGGY is like in the £30 range. So yeah. And the ZIGGY also offers 2 sizes. The NIXIT only comes in 1 size. I use the normal size because I can't do that itty bitty one like your girl. Nah, it can never work. Basically my flow is just too heavy for the little one, the small. I forgot what it's called, but I did do an unboxing of it as well. So okay, so let's get into the whys. I feel like I will definitely continue reaching for the ZIGGY cup. All right, so first impressions are the rim of the ZIGGY cup is a lot firmer than the NIXIT. Okay, so it just, not that it's uncomfortable, but I think that probably plays a part to the rest of the pros I'm going to describe later. But upon squeezing the two, I feel okay. I would have done a demo showing you both side by side, but I feel like now that I've used them and they've been inside my body, I feel somehow demonstrating them to you. But like, I just feel like at this point I might just well show you my knickers, and I'm just not that girl. So you're just gonna have to imagine what I'm trying to say right now. Okay, just bear with me. Anyway, the rim is a lot firmer. When you press it, it takes a little bit more effort to. So what that means is going in, obviously, like you feel it a little bit more. Not that it's uncomfortable, but then, right, the auto dump also happens. I know the auto dump apparently doesn't happen for everyone. It happens for me, and it happens for both the ZIGGY and the NIXIT. So the auto dump experience with the ZIGGY, essentially, firstly, because I think this is theory, right? I'm going to put my phone down so I can talk to you. I think that because the NIXIT is so soft, it's a softer silicone. They're both silicons, but the NIXIT is a softer silicone. When you auto dump, when you position your body to auto dump, it almost wants to come out completely. So you have to help it go back in, essentially, right? This is the NIXIT. With the ZIGGY, I think because it's a little bit firmer on the rim, this is all theory, okay? I don't know, I'm just saying. But I think because it's a lot firmer, it just pivots and dumps and then it doesn't move so much out that you need to help it to go back in. If you stand up, it just goes back into position, and you can go about your day. So essentially it's less involved and during the auto dump. With the NIXIT, you definitely have to help it to go back in, because also when you sit to auto dump, unless you're going to sit there and push as if you want to poo, which I think is not a good idea, because to keep doing that, it's not really good for you. So you want to sit and relax your body, relax your muscles, and then it will just do its thing naturally. So you kind of just have to let it be. The longer you're sat there, though, the more the NIXIT is trying to come out, right? With the ZIGGY, it just stays. It just dumps and stays, and if you stand up, it will go back into position. If you stand up with the NIXIT without trying to help it back up, you will feel it. You will feel that there's something there. Like, when a tampon is trying to come out or it hasn't gone in properly, you will feel that. And also with the ZIGGY, the auto dump experience, I think it's to do with the inside. The inside is sort of like webbed. It's textured inside. I feel like with the ZIGGY, if not all of the contents come out, the majority come out. Compared to the NIXIT, not all that, because it's such a softer material. I think because blood is really viscousy, I think it has a hard time sliding out of the NIXIT. Not a hard time as such actually, but maybe more of a hard time than in comparison. So with the ZIGGY, essentially what I'm trying to say is you will feel that you get more out of it, because when you auto dump, the majority, if not all of the blood comes out. It comes out. With the NIXIT, there will always be some left, because it's so soft. It takes longer for it to flow out, and sometimes it doesn't even flow out completely. There's still some. So on the second day where you're the most heaviest, you really need to completely empty out to really get the full capacity again. And with the NIXIT, you don't really get that experience, I feel. So I find myself with the ZIGGY being able to go about my day with less, trying to help it back up, with less going to the bathroom to auto dump, because it just has more capacity. Because when I do auto dump, it really empties out, and I've got close to full capacity again. I don't know if this, I know this sounds mad, and by the way, I'm not saying that the NIXIT is not a good disc, because I was singing its praises like until I tried the ZIGGY. Okay, so you just don't know until you try something new, and all these little intricates are fine details that are just in comparison, but it doesn't make it bad, if that makes sense. So in comparison, I think you just get, I have had just much more out of the ZIGGY, and that's why I think I'm going to be reaching for it more, for the reasons I've described. The auto dump is less involved. It slots back into position without me having to go in to help it out. When it does empty out the contents, it truly does, so I get back to full capacity when I auto dump, and so I can go for longer basically without having to take it out, help it, wash it, etc. I've rambled. I really hope that has helped somebody. Tell me if you get the gist, please. Comment if I haven't made any sense. Please let me know, and I can try to do something about it. I don't know. I think that's it. That's basically it. I think that I've been really surprised. I wasn't expecting there to be a difference. But those are the differences I've noticed. Mind you, it's only been 3 months, so maybe I have a lot more to say. I'll do a 1-year update for you guys, so that I hope I have more to say. But those are the things I've noticed immediately right now. Let me know if you're using it. How has it been for you? Because yeah, that's been my experience so far. So I hope that's been helpful. I really hope that's been helpful. Comment below any questions, any suggestions, what's been your experience, so we can build a little community in the comment section to help others. But so far, all good. Nothing, if there was anything negative that I had to say, it was just that about the rim being a little bit firmer, but that's not to say it's uncomfortable or it's bad. It's just a difference in comparison to the NIXIT, if you get what I mean, because I'm looking for the difference, because they're two very similar products. But if you got the NIXIT or if you got the ZIGGY, I don't think it will be, either will be bad, but to the things I've just mentioned. I'm rambling, but you get what I mean. You get what I mean, right? I hope you get what I mean. If you are using the Ziggy, if you've used both, please share your experience, if you've experienced the same thing or if you've noticed the same thing. But I can't say I recommend one product over the other. It just depends what you're after. And I think budget is going to be a major thing. The Ziggy is cheaper. So yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say. I'll see you next year when I do a 1-year update on the product, and we'll see what I have to say then. And I hope it holds out. They're both quite soft and delicate products. They're very similar, very, very identical. So let's see what I have to say in a year's time. But thank you so much for sticking out to the end of my ramble. I hope it's been helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.